Once upon a time there was a poor, honest, upright student who lived in an attic and had nothing. Also in that house was an honest grocer who was the owner of the house. Your friend is a demon. On Christmas Eve, he gave him a bowl of milk powder and a huge piece of butter. I in number 39 am right in the store, where it and number 39 known to be full of gossip. One evening, the student went through the back door to buy candles and cheese. He had no one to help him and still had to buy things himself. They delivered the goods and he paid. The restaurant couple nodded to him. The student returned the favor and stopped to read the paper wrapping his cheese. It was a torn sheet of paper from an old book, which should not have been torn because the book was a collection of poems. The shop owner said, "That book is not intact. There was an old woman who gave me a handful of coffee in exchange. Give me 8 shillings and I and number 39 I'll give you the rest. Or not. If you can exchange it for a piece of cheese, then exchange it. Just eating bread and butter is enough for me. Tearing such a book is a pity. You are a wise and practical person, but when it comes to poetry, you only know roughly the same as this basket." Saying that is quite rude, especially to the basket, but the shop owner still laughing, the student also laughed. They joked with each other, but the devil saw that someone said that and was very angry, because the owner of the grocery store that sold the best butter was its owner. At night, when everyone went to sleep, except for the student, the demon snuck into the mistress and number 39's room and took her false teeth. Those teeth are magical. Just place it on any object in the room, and immediately that object will speak and will emit its thoughts and feelings, no less than the mistress, but never speak to her. That and number 39's lucky, otherwise it would have been both of them talking at the same time. The devil put his teeth in the basket of old newspapers and asked the basket, "Is it true that you Don and number 39 know what poetry is?" "I know very well," said basket. "Poetry is something we still see at the bottom of newspapers and are often cut out. I thought I had more poetry than a student, but compared to the boss, I was far behind." The demon placed the false teeth on the coffee grinder, then on the butter jar and drawer. Money. They all agreed with the basket. Must respect the opinion of the majority. The devil said, "Well, it and number 39's the student and number 39's turn." He climbed up the kitchen ladder, up to the student and number 39's shabby attic. It and number 39's still light inside. The demon peered through the keyhole and saw the student sitting and reading the tattered pages of the shopkeeper and number 39's book. But why is the room so bright? The book emitted a ray of light like a tree, rising very high and spreading its branches above the reader and number 39's head. Every leaf is lush, every flower is a beautiful young girl and number 39's head with jet black eyes or extremely bright blue eyes. Each fruit was a sparkling star and the room echoed with mesmerizing music. The devil had never imagined such wonderful scenes. He stood on tiptoes, standing there, staring, until the light in the room went out. After the student went to sleep, the devil still did not move because the singing was still soft and seductive. Lull the student to sleep. The devil mumbled, "That would be wonderful. I didn't and #39 expect that. I Don and number 39 know if I should stay with this student or not." He thought for a long time and then said to himself, "But where does he get the milk powder for me to eat?" Thinking so, he decided to return to live with the grocery store owner. It arrived just in time because the basket used dentures to talk so much that it was almost worn out. The devil brought the false teeth back to the landlady. But from then on, the whole store, from the cash drawer to the butter jar, agreed with the basket and number 39's opinion, respected and completely trusted the basket. Even the shop owner read the article and quote, Arts and Theatre News and quote, published in the afternoon newspaper and thought it was an article from the basket. But the devil could N and hash 39 T sit still for a moment. Science and morality gathered in the grocery store were not enough for him. As soon as the lamp was lit in the barn, it seemed like there were rays of light like ropes pulling him upstairs. He quickly ran up to look through the keyhole, and at that moment a strong feeling arose in his body, like a person going swimming in a storm. For some reason, he burst into tears and felt comforted through tears. If only he could sit. How interesting it is to be with a student under a big tree. Alas! Impossible. He had no choice but to look through the keyhole. The wind began to blow through the gap in the roof, but he still stood there, standing on the cold roof board. No matter how cold it was, he never felt anything before the light cleared. The room turned off and the music fell silent. Only then did he feel cold, and he trembled back to the store. It and number 39's nice and warm down there, not to mention the Christmas Eve sweetener and the huge sample of butter. That and number 39's where the grocer still keeps it. One night, a fierce noise woke up the devil. Looking through the window, he saw people calling for help. The watchman was on alert. The fire lit up the whole street. Fire at the grocery store or fire at the house next door. It and number 39's terrible. The shopkeeper was so frightened that she immediately took off her earrings and put them in her pocket, thinking that she had run away a little. The shopkeeper ran away with the safe and the resident ran away with her silk square scarf. Everyone wanted to run away with the most precious thing. The devil jumped up. Go to the student in number 39's room. He was quietly standing in front of the window watching the fire coming from the house next door. The devil grabbed the magical book that was on the table, stuffed it into his red hood and held it tightly with both hands, and the most precious thing in the house was still intact. He crawled through the chimney. Escaped to the roof. He sat there, sitting in the firelight of the burning house next door, holding his red hat in both hands, which contained valuables. Now he knew where his soul should go and who he belonged to. But when the fire goes out, reason prevails. It declared, I will share life with both of you. We can and number 39's leave the grocery store owner completely, because the sweet milk powder is truly delicious. That and number 39's also very and quote, human and quote. We are the same, we will also return to the grocery store owner. Just because of sweet milk powder. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.